Now, Terry.
Yeah.
It's time to get serious. It's finals time.
Uh-huh.
We got here early. We prepared.
That's grade 2. That's a grade 2. You're gone. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws. Now look, I've had some time to reflect and new evidence has come to my attention that in fact we have prepared.
Yes.
So it's a grade 1.
Grade 1. So
I've changed my mind.
I'm still
it's a grade 1. You're sweet for this show.
I'm still going to fight it.
Okay. Speaking of, Nicho Hynes. We're going to start with the Sharks. Let's talk some black, white and blue, Dan. And this segment is brought to you by...
Our great mates at Winnett Suburban Ground. Please whatever you can do, support them.
Yeah.
They've supported us despite, obvious...
Now, 3 of our 4 teams are still in it to win it. Unfortunately, New South Wales Cup dropped out. We'll talk about that
but they're Newtown, so technically...
Yes, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But look, Nicho Hynes, let's talk about the big one at the moment, was...
Unjustly.
Made a cover tackle, and when Marcelo Montoya limped off, you kind of thought, oh, God, I hope he hasn't hip dropped him. And then you see the tackle and you're like, it's a nasty looking tackle.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks, right? It's one of them like complete accidents, and that's not the kind of tackle that the NRL had introduced this to do. In saying that, it had all the mechanisms of a hip drop. He hit his hips, he slid down, body fell on the guy's legs, right? I was not okay the next day with the ruling coming out with a grade 2 when this is the first time the guy's been cited in 2 years.
Yep.
And if you have a look, the last time he was cited was for ill discipline, swearing at a referee in a Manly game, and it was only a show cause notice.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So technically he's been a clean skin since 2021. And they want to hit him with a grade 2
look at the
charge.
Now, you had a problem with the grading, not the...
I thought... My initial thoughts, and we've got plenty of group chats, and you can back this up. My initial thoughts were he was going to get charged.
Yep.
I thought that he would get cited for a grade 1. It would be first offence. It would be $1,000, $1,500 if he fights and loses. To see the grade 2, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. When you see some of the hip drops that have happened, and you want to grade it, like Jamie Humphrey's one, for example, was disgusting.
It was. Clear as hip at a drop at a sleep.
Yeah, and you've seen some absolute brutal ones during the year. Now, I don't think Nicho Hynes had the full mechanism of the hip drop in the fact that his legs never swung around.
Nope.
It's those ones where you see him hit the hips and they swing his legs never left the ground. But his body did land on Montoya's legs. That's an accident.
Yep.
So with an accident, you basically say to him, it's a grade 1 charge. Do better.
You're a very naughty boy.
Yeah, if you're going to make a cover tackle, you've got to dive with your hip, and like an old school cover, like Scott Sattler in the grand final.
Yep.
Although if you have a look at Scott Sattler's grand final tackle on Todd Byrne, that probably would have got a grade 1 these days.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a problem with him getting charged. I had a problem with the grade.
Grade 2.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to get charged. We, on the live stream, we both said, he's got nothing to worry about. Yeah. Obviously, you thought he'd get grade 1, be fine. I just flat chat didn't think he'd get cited. The fact that they went about 3 or 4 minutes, then went back, put him on report, we were like, oh, okay, that's not ideal.
Grade 1, yeah.
But the fact that they haven't gone back and retroactively sin-binned him, grade 1.
Yeah.
And then they came out and said what they did, and it was like, well, that's why we're here on a Tuesday. We thought, this is going to go late. They're going to fight it. The dogs are going to come in and be like, nah, he's done this and that. I think the way it worked out is fine, and I think the just outcome has been given. I don't like the fact that they're saying, okay, we thought he was injured and we were going to get him.
Yeah.
Since it's come out, and thank you to the Bulldogs for saying it's not as bad as we originally thought. They said, the NRL said, well, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried about that precedent, but ultimately, if you go to court and I push you, that's different to me pushing you into traffic. Yeah. And I've thought about it. But, so I get it. I'm just a little bit worried that it might open some doors.
Yeah, and as far as I was aware, and you can go back and find the article in 2023 where it specifically says the match review committee is not to take injuries into account.
Yep.
Now, they have charged him thinking that Marcelo Montoya's final series is over, and now the Bulldogs have, thankfully, and look, I'll say this, for about 12, 13 hours after full time, it was really fun trolling Bulldogs fans because we dismantled them.
Yep.
And then it was really fun trolling Bulldogs fans because I believed in my mind that he was going to go to the judiciary and get away with this, and I'll talk about this in a minute. Yep. But thank you to the Bulldogs for coming out, and they didn't have to hand that information over. Gus Gould could have kept that to himself. Yep. But yeah, that's really helped. Now, I think 3 things happened. Mm-hmm. One, obviously, Gus Gould has come out and given the information, and they've turned around and said, okay, yeah. 2, you don't want to trial by media in the first week of...
No, very true.
Because you've had talk shows like this. The Nicho Hynes tackle for 24 hours dominated headlines.
Everything.
It was on Triple N. It was on the Sunday Footy show. It was on the Fox Sunday Footy. Yeah, the Sunday Ticket, whatever they call it. And it was split. But if you go on social media, about 14 fan bases were sitting there saying, Nicho, that's not a hip drop. Yep. And there were the 3 fan bases, obviously Penrith, the Dogs, and just pick a random fan base who hate us, right? Probably St George.
Dragons,
Yeah. But you can go through, no one thought that was a hip drop. No. Right?
You've had players calling. Calling in to say that ain't a hip drop.
Yeah, and then you had Jess Surges ringing Jimmy Smith, telling him to shut up, and then ringing him back. So you had Warren Smith turn around and go, well, Cronulla need to prove this. Cronulla didn't need to prove anything.
No, it's not how it works.
And the NRL didn't, the fact of the matter that it was a big name player as well. Like if it was Billy Burns, you wouldn't hear too much about it.
No, probably not.
But it was Nicho Hynes, our star player, our $1 million man. You don't want to trial by media, and he would have gone in there and won that.
They would have lawyered up, and it would have set a terrible precedent.
Now, knowing that the NRL came out and regraded this, and they said, okay, it's a grade 1, it's a $1,000 fine or $1,500 if you fight and lose it, because they were prepared to waste our time, I'm really disappointed we didn't go and waste their time.
Yeah, go in and say, well, it's still not a hip drop.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that they didn't just shithouse their way and turn around and go, you know what, let's just waste an hour of everyone's time.
Give them the $1,500 beforehand, and then just be like, what are you going to do?
Anyway, he gets off, and...
Justly. He didn't get off. He should never have been charged.
He's named this week, and it's great. And they were going to name him anyway, right?
Yeah, 100% they were.
Now...
Speaking of naming, there's a return. Pretty big return.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that. You're jumping ahead.
I am. I'm getting excited about football. Fancy that on a rugby league show, Terry.
Now, we dismantled the Bulldogs on the weekend.
That's a good shout. Dismantle.
I think it was our most complete performance. Now, we've scored 50 points against the Titans the week before.
Oh, yay.
Or 2 weeks before.
No, genuinely yay. Yeah. Sorry if that sounded sarcastic.
And we scored 40 against Newcastle. We conceded 16, and we conceded 20 here. And, we've put beat downs on some teams, and we were up 22-0 against South and took our foot off the pedal. This game, genuinely, we dismantled the Bulldogs. They didn't look like scoring.
Nope.
They only scored off a back.
Yeah, accidental.
That went straight to their winger, who went straight through.
Yeah.
They didn't create, I can't remember a line break.
Nope.
I think Josh Curran had one in the first half and Will Kennedy made a tackle.
Oh, there you go. There was the one opportunity they had in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Where Nicho went.
Yeah, Nicho
I was more worried about that shot, actually. And then Kennedy threw him into touch.
Yeah, so I genuinely didn't feel worried about that game. 18-0 at halftime. I said that was our best our best first half performance. Yeah. And I know we've scored more points in games, but that was our best.
That was quality, yeah.
And then we were just we're probably going to see the worst second half. Now, the second half looked like both teams just put the cue in the rack.
Yeah, both knew where they were going.
It's like they knocked on the door at halftime and said, you don't hurt our guys, we don't hurt your guys, and Nicho didn't listen.
Yep, yeah.
But we absolutely took the Dogs apart. We did. And because of that, we finished 5th.
Yep.
Now, at the beginning of the year, I think you had us 4th and I had us 3rd. And you can play the what if is. I know the Dolphins are playing the what ifs we're up 32-10 against Canberra, we shouldn't have lost that game, or we had a golden point loss against Newcastle, all those kinds of things there. We generally had 2 games that if we won, we're 2nd.
Yeah.
It's 3. You can pick 3.
Yeah, Canberra and Brisbane are the 2 I look at.
Yeah, Canberra, Brisbane, West.
That again. You shouldn't lose to the Dragons, but then again, we probably won a game here and there.
Yeah.
Beating the Roosters at home, probably.
Yeah.
I know. I go back to the Dolphins game. Yeah. That turned our season. Before that, you couldn't convince me we'd finish 5th.
The turning point was Toby Rudolph chasing down Cody Nikorima in the in-goal area.
And boys, he's been in the last few weeks. Yeah, I think sitting 5th is very, very acceptable. Yeah. We wanted to go one further with Adam Fanua-Blake.
Yeah.
I think some players have come back just a little bit.
Yeah.
But if 10 weeks ago you said we host a final...
Yeah.
I'm jumping on it. I think 5th is a really good finish.
I'm not going to give you the opportunity to talk about Shark Park now. We'll do that in the next segment.
That's absolutely fine.
But yeah, for mine, it's been an indifferent season. It's been
more good.
It's been an enjoyable season.
It's been fun.
I think
the wins have been really enjoyable.
Yeah,
there was only the one.
The losses have been frustrating.
They have. There isn't a time where I've ever felt like we're just whereas years gone by, there's been losses where you're like, why are we bothering turning up? We joke about it. But we're always messaging, God, I can't wait to get back into it.
I mean, there was legitimately one game this year, or two. There were 2 games this year where I really felt that we were going there for hiding for nothing, right? And that was going down to Melbourne in terrible form and going down to Canberra when they were in great form and we were in bad form. We nearly won the Canberra game.
True.
They were the 2 games that I generally this year... Every other game this year I thought we were going to be competitive. And now I didn't expect us to cop 40 from the Roosters in that circumstance they did. Nor did I expect the Warriors to come to us and put 40 on us when it was 12-10 at half time.
There's 3 games. There was 2 and then the Warriors game is right up there.
Yeah.
The South win, for me, is the 12-10 or whatever it was.
14-12.
14-12 was the most frustrating game of the season.
Yep.
We were playing park footballers. That wasn't good enough. The Roosters loss, diabolical.
Park footballers.
Both up the coast, right?
Yep.
So just don't go there next year. Those were unforgivable. And all the other losses, you're like...
Every NRL team you look at and go, if we have to take a game somewhere, we're taking the Sharks to Gosford.
Absolutely. But otherwise, it's been a really enjoyable season. I think they've earned the right to host. More on that later.
Yep.
And I think the fact we're playing the Roosters is really fun because this is a game you look at it and go, yeah, we can do the Roosters. They can do us because it's both happened.
And if we... Like, the thing about the Roosters have got one play that terrifies me, and that's the Daniel Tupou kick to Sione Katoa.
Yeah.
Now, does Fitz switch that because... But then you got Mark Nwanga-Nikitaze, who's in
which
the form of his life,
probably
right?
Even better.
So what do you do there? But I think if we come out with the same aggression, the same respect for the ball, like Fitz has got the game plan nailed on. When we just play up the middle, we bully teams.
47 from 49 or whatever it was.
It was absolutely unreal. You're not going to lose games of football like that.
No, you're not. It's where the Warriors are winning all their early season games.
So look, I think we're in a real good shot.
We are. We put ourselves in the best spot.
And it sucks that you turn around saying the 8th place team, like you should be beating the 8th place team, but it's the Sydney Roosters.
Yeah, of course. There's no bad team in this 8.
They've got James Tedesco.
There's one bad team in this 8, and unfortunately we just didn't draw them.
Yeah, they've got James Tedesco.
I know. It sucks. But
what do you do?
I'm pretty happy.
Now, what do you do? Because Blake Brayley has re-signed until 2030. Kale Iro today has signed until 2029, and Sam Stonestreet has extended for 1 year. I think he'll
a bit of a teaser.
Long term. But geez, these came out of nowhere. We knew the Brayley one was done, but Kale Iro had like another... He didn't even let himself get to the open market.
No, the Iro one caught me off guard, like legitimately. In that you messaged me and said, how are you not going on about Iro? And Vossi messaged me and said, Iro, ! And I'm like, he better have re-signed, because if he's done an ACL, I will kill you both and serve and miss the final series. Re-signed.
Grade 2.
I would have been a grade 22, the way I was feeling. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The Stone Street one, I'm not going to lie, I was expecting it several months ago. The 1 year got a lot of people a bit uppity. He and Katoa are both off contract, straight shootout, one stays, one goes. Simple as that. You got so many players coming through. Obviously, you know where we stand, and I think most people do, but if Stone Street doesn't live up and Katoa does, whatever, there's another 2 years. So I'm not worried about that at all. Letty Setu, is it?
Preston Lane C2.
That's it.
He's re-signed until 2028.
I am horrible with names that aren't Smith. I apologise. Even Mortimer's too difficult. But that's good news. Cronulla have kept them all.
Yeah. Well, so this comes up to now. We re-signed Braden Trindle in the off-season, and Aaron Woods jumped straight to Triple N and said, this is horrible for Cronulla. There's horrible news for Cronulla. They've re-signed him. They've extended his deal. They've given him more money than he's probably worth off the back of half a good season. And that means Cronulla are going to lose someone. They're going to lose a Blake Brayley. They're going to lose a Kale Iro.
A Sam Stone Street?
Yeah. He turned around and said even their depth players like Billy Burns aren't going to re-sign.
Harodi?
Yeah. Everyone, I think the only 2 that are off contract are Jaden Beryl and Will Kennedy.
Yeah, and now we've lost Kade Dykes.
Yeah.
Again, no disrespect. We're huge fans, but...
Yeah. My understanding is that Jaden Beryl is signed for Manly.
Look...
Yeah?
Good for him.
I think he starts.
He probably does.
Probably does.
No hate. Beryl's been fantastic for us.
There's a deal in front of Will Kennedy on the table at the moment. So, I mean, not the ideal scenario. We probably wanted to go to the open market and bring in some new players, but we've got a lot more off contract next year.
We do. Next year, as I said, next year is the year that it all happens.
Yeah.
And wait till you see the talent that's coming through. We got a couple of announcements at the end. Remind me, because I'll forget.
Okay. Now, Jersey Flag went to second spot. Oh, they were second spot, went to Cogra against Canberra.
Yep.
Up. Really up for this game.
Yep.
Looked really good. 16-6 at half time.
Something like that, yeah.
Canberra come out and score early in the second half, and it stayed 16-12. I think that game goes for another 10 minutes. We lose it. Canberra were coming home with a wet sail. We looked knackered.
But
we won.
We did.
So we're now in a prelim against Melbourne, the runaway minor premiers.
11 a.m. Leichhardt Oval.
The only
Sunday.
team that we haven't beat this year in Jersey Flag. We beat every other team.
Yep, well, they are the runaway minor premiers and they enter humongous favourites. Let's not.
Yep.
But
that'll be about $1.30.
Yep. Cronulla have named Riley Pollard,
Dylan Couts.
And Dylan Couts. Unfortunately, Gabriel can't come back because he only played one game. You got to play 8th. I did a bit of research.
Yep.
Plus, it was in the press release.
Yep.
Taj Ford obviously can't play because of syndesmosis, I believe.
I know. This is the one thing you believe that if it's Riley Pollard and Taj Ford with Adrian Sandy at the fullback,
Cronulla are a real shot. Now look, we might do it.
Yeah.
They haven't played in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping they're a bit rusty. 11 a.m.
Yep.
Sunday morning, Cogra Oval. Leichhardt Oval.
Leichhardt Oval. Yep.
So that'll be fun. A win takes us through the grand final. A loss gives us another crack at the prelim.
Yeah, against Canberra or Penrith.
Yep.
New South Wales Cup went up against a literal park football team and lost.
They did. Very, very disappointing. They came home with a wet sail and probably should have won it late.
Yeah.
Look, we lost our halfback.
We just didn't give the ball to Michael Gabriel enough.
We didn't. I think he scored twice or three, and Stone Street got one. Every time we went left, we looked like blowing them apart. Unfortunately,
we were going right.
We were
way too much in the first.
There are a couple of Jets. No, I don't want to bag anyone tonight because I'm in a real good mood.
Jaden Beryl.
Beryl was terrible.
Yeah.
Riley Jones is a sleeper agent sent from Newcastle, and you cannot convince me.
Yeah,
otherwise.
he's gross.
And Caleb Rajab just had the worst game of his career.
I know, and it's so disappointing because Rajab's not bad in New South Wales.
No, last year we won like 12 in a row with him in the halves in the grand final. So I'm not having a go at these blokes except Riley Jones, who again, sleeper agent.
Yeah.
Great season from Newtown. They just had too many ins and outs. They couldn't get anything going all season. To lose your halfback before the final, to not have Dan Atkinson, who would have gone in.
I know, and
Hiroti missed out.
I know,
sat on the bench.
And that's the thing. You look at it and you say, if Dan Atkinson or Hiroti plays fullback, and if Niue, I know we bag him, but if Niue Peru plays that game, there's no way we lose.
We win and we go through, but we probably lose this weekend. There's a bit of a class gap. Good on them. They did really well. Now the girls' team, the less said the better. They absolutely stunk it up at Allianz.
That was the chance. That was the chance to secure third.
It is, but I don't want to play at home because Cronulla never win at home. Looks like we're going to play the Cowboys either way. We'll lose
the
game.
Wouldn't have been at Shark Park though.
I don't know. My understanding is that it would have been.
We'll lose to the Roosters this week.
And we'll play the Cowboys up there.
Oh, do you think we'll finish sixth?
No, we'll finish fifth, and Newcastle will win and jump to third.
But the Cowboys will win this week.
Cowboys fourth, us fifth. We got there.
No, Cowboys will be third.
We're playing the Cowboys.
We're going to play Newcastle.
We're playing the Cowboys. Up there, and we'll whack them, and then we'll lose to Brisbane in a prelim. You heard it here first.
Dan.
Talk to me, Terry.
That Shark segment took it out of me.
Well, yeah.
Let's talk some finals footy.
That time already?
It's that time. We're down to...
Sorry, Tigers fans, you can tune out.
So, I'm going to ask you the question now.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one of the most competitive final series that we've seen in like the last few years?
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Anyone can beat anyone.
Going into it, the last couple of years, you've been like, well, it's Penrith versus who?
Yep.
This year, genuinely, like I've got a big statement to make. Yeah, I know there's one team that you don't rate. You're writing them off. Let's go.
The Warriors cannot win the premiership. You heard it here first. Don't think I'm breaking any news just there. I think they've limped to their spot. Good on them. They've done well. They've earned. I'm not begrudging them. I just don't think they can match Penrith in the finals.
Top four all year, and to finish below Cronulla is kind of, and your reward for a great year is your injury depleted going up against the super team of the last 5 years.
You want to get.
Do you think though over in New Zealand?
Oh, it'll help.
Have you seen that social media post going around?
Yeah, the bag to get out.
Yeah, they found out the hotel that they're staying at, so get out there at 4,
and
between 1 and 4
the club
o'clock.
immediately went, do not do that.
Yeah.
We don't want an advantage.
Don't go and buy fireworks from this place.
Yeah,
Don't go
this time.
Don't go and see Johnny over there.
Good on him. I hope they have a bit of a joke about it, but no, I don't want any funny business.
Oh man, I hope we turn the TV on Saturday morning and we just see like the streets of Auckland have gone nuts.
Yeah.
Obviously now Penrith have got to like go and change their whole travel plans and whatever. So that's a little bit disruptive.
But yeah, I'm writing them off. Sorry, Warriors fans.
I don't think if Luke Metcalf was playing, maybe you give him a little bit of a chance. No. I said off camera that this is a 10-point crowd for the Warriors, so they're probably going to lose 28-10.
Yeah. Yeah, good on them. They've done well.
Now I'm going to go out on a statement here.
Uh-oh.
You've got Canberra playing Brisbane.
Yep.
Fantastic game. Sunday afternoon down in Canberra. It almost makes me want to go to the game. Almost.
Yep.
The winner of that hosts in either Canberra or Brisbane.
Mm-hmm. True.
The winner of that game is going to the grand final.
I think that's a grand final preview. I think Brisbane are the second best team in the competition.
Yep.
And they've still got Adam Reynolds to come back yet, and Ezra Mann, I don't know if he's come back, who cares, but they got him. Mm-hmm. They are just too good in the forwards, too good in the halves, too good in the backs. They got a brilliant coach, they got a brilliant bench. Canberra might get them.
Yep.
I think they go back and they pound Cronulla in week 2.
Yep.
And then they go down to Melbourne and flog them. I am going to throw this out, Terry. I would rather play the Raiders or the Bulldogs than the Roosters or the Panthers. Because those two teams that I mentioned that I don't want to play have finals success at the yin-yang. Canberra, okay, they finished minor premiers. Down at home, they can be got. Mm-hmm. We almost got them in round 4 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. We got them a couple of years ago, and boy, I'd be reminding them all week about that. The Viking clap. McKennis, the great man. The Bulldogs, obviously, they're limping in and they have more questions than answers. I think they're to be got. I think Melbourne are playing really bad football, but I think they'll beat the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
convincingly. I think you'll see them flick a switch and come good.
Yep.
And whoever says that they're a better team without Ryan Pappenhausen, delete your account. You are an idiot. Mm-hmm. That said, any team, bar maybe the Warriors, could beat any other team in this. Mm-hmm. Cronulla can beat the Raiders. They can beat the Broncos. Maybe the Storm in Melbourne's are different, can beat the Broncos. Flip it, they can all beat the Sharks. Show me any combination. Yep. Perfect.
So we were up 20-18 against Canberra in Canberra with 3 seconds to go and lost.
Yep.
We were up 28-12 against Brisbane with 15 minutes to go and lost.
Got done.
We can beat those two. We've seen that we can absolutely dismantle the Bulldogs if we have to go there.
And they beat the snot out of us.
Yeah.
It can be done.
It can be done. Yeah. I think the two best teams are Canberra and Brisbane. I think the most dangerous team entering into this competition though is Penrith.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like, because Penrith are going to go, They're going to beat the Warriors. They're going to play the loser of
Melbourne
and the Bulldogs. And then they're going to have to go to Canberra or Brisbane.
Yep.
That's outrageous.
It's tough. They've got to go out of town mostly.
They've got to do it the long way. Yeah, they've got to do it the long way.
I almost think they've gone, you know what, this is too easy.
Yeah.
Let's try and make it a bit more difficult for ourselves.
How do you feel for Tom Jenkins, who has been outstanding on the wing all season? And now he's been dropped for Paul Alamodi.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't like it at all. But whatever, that's their business.
I think this is really competitive now. Finals time always brings out everybody's favourite ground. And for the umpteenth time in, however long it's happened, Cronulla are hosting another final series.
Of course, yak surprise.
And it's boiling the piss out of everyone. Now, yes, it's the worst ground in the NRL.
It's terrible. It sucks. We hate it.
Yeah, I don't. I love Shark Park. I've got so many great memories.
Yeah, great memories, but it sucks.
Yeah, I love it though. And someone said to me today, you can't convince me that you wouldn't, if you weren't a fan, you would hate Shark Park. I love going to shit grounds. I hate going to a core.
Yeah.
I hate Allianz.
Yeah, they're horrible places. Too nice.
Like the fact that the only reason why I hate Leichhardt Oval is because there's no parking. Other than that, Leichhardt Oval was tremendous.
Yeah, Leichhardt sucks in a good way.
Sam and I went out to Campbelltown the other week. Campbelltown is tremendous. Yeah. I like the suburban grounds. I've got so many memories of getting a pizza box and sliding down the back of the hill at Penrith Stadium. Yeah. Manly.
Brookvale, that's too far.
Yeah.
That's genuinely shit.
Too far. But I mean,
on a serious note, you're exactly right. Yeah. And what about all these teams like the Roosters? Oh, our ground, this, our ground. It's all your ground.
Yeah.
You share it with 15 other teams.
Yeah.
You've got 4 home grounds.
This is legitimately our ground. Like, we own it.
We own it. We didn't get no government, well, a little bit of a government handout.
We are one of the only teams that can legitimately turn around and say, you can't take our rights away from us because this is our ground.
What I can't get, though, is at the start of the year, they said, cool, whoever wins hosts.
Yeah.
You finish first, second, fifth or sixth, you host.
Yeah.
And they say, does that include Cronulla? Yes.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago, it looked like Cronulla was going to go in. They came in and said, if Cronulla win, they're going to host at Shark Park. And then when it's locked in, you get Fittler and everyone else who's a Roosters fan coincidentally say, oh, they should move it to Allianz. No, if we're moving it anywhere, we're going to Cogra, which I think, full disclosure, Andrew Abdo is going to come out next week and say no more. Yeah. And Cronulla are going to say, cool, Cogra, we nominate.
Yeah.
And that's on par with Penrith Park, with Brookvale, with Leichhardt.
Yep.
That's going to be the home ground. Whatever, it is what it is. But you notice the word I'm using here, home ground. Yeah. There's something NRL fans, we're not the smartest bunch, can't get about a home ground.
And I've had Roosters fans in my mentions saying the game should be taken to Allianz. No, it shouldn't. That's your home ground.
Yeah, you want it for you.
We don't get any advantage having to travel there. And then it's like, well, take the game to a court. Right, we still have to travel further than you.
Yeah,
take the game to Combank. We still have to travel further than you.
They do not understand the Cronulla fan base.
Yeah.
It's in Cronulla where our home ground, there's that word again.
Home ground. You know what? If anything, to disadvantage the Roosters, if we had to move it, cool, we're going to win.
Yeah, going to win. You do what you can to annoy them. It's been super frustrating, and it's been 1 or 2 fan bases. Yeah. I've had a lot of Dragons fans ribbon because they're trying to get a reaction. Yeah. The Roosters fans genuinely believe they have the right to say, our ground that the government paid for that is getting redone because the ground's so terrible that we have to share with 3 or 4 other clubs because we have no identity.
Yep.
You got no right to do anything. You finished 8th. Go down there and beat Cronulla. That's the way you get back at us. And you do it using the Portaloos and paying $12 for a shit hot dog.
Yeah, the hot dogs are really good.
I take it back.
Now the Raiders, we're saying the Raiders, runaway minor premiers in this. Congratulations to them. First time they've been minor premiers since like 1993.
I had no idea they only had one. Yeah. They had such a good team through the early
days. It has to be 1990 or 1991 then.
Whenever it was once.
Yeah, once.
Good on them.
And when you think they made 3 grand finals in a row.
That's what I mean. I would have thought they'd pinch one. Dare I say the green machine?
Because they weren't the minor premiers in 94, Canterbury were, and they flogged Canterbury in the grand final. So
there you go.
They have got a task ahead of them.
They do.
And it's not the Brisbane Broncos.
No.
It's the 50-point curse.
Yes.
Now, does it count if it's 60?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're going to have to overcome the odds.
They are, and I kind of hope they do.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I am sick
of the 50-point curse.
Of the 50-point curse. Not so much the curse itself. It is, whatever, it's factual. It's these accounts that have these memes saved, and they go, it's 48 points, here we go.
That's you.
Do the thing. 50! They can't win! Let's tag everybody. I'm sick of it. I want to see you guys get creative. I want it to be a 62-point. What did they lose?
62.
I want it to be 64-point curse.
I tell you what I really did like, though, was when the Parramatta went over for the 50th point. Knights fans were like, well, we can't win the competition.
Yeah, they deserve to laugh. Yeah. I can give them that. But no, I want it to be done because I'm sick of the laziness. I don't like laziness.
And how's that on the final day of round 27, both teams copped 60?
Yeah, it was incredible.
And congratulations to Newcastle for coming away with the wooden spoon against all odds because like 10 weeks ago, you guys were safe in 11th.
They were talking about making the 8.
Yeah, and then you didn't win a game.
No. In fact, you went out of your way to lose.
You went out of your way to lose. Like, oh man, I don't even know what to say.
They are a very funny football team, not for the right reasons.
No, and you know, like 9 weeks ago when they were talking about sacking Adam O'Brien, I was on this couch saying, I don't think you need to. I was even there 4 weeks ago saying it. After the last 4 weeks of inept performances and the way that they've just crumbled, like up 10-0 against Cronulla and you cop 40.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
And then your last game of the season against a team that has nothing to play for. Mm-hmm. They can't make the finals. They've missed the finals. You have one job to go out there and put in a performance to try and avoid a wooden spoon, and you cop 60.
Yeah, you got flogged.
And if they could have kicked 70.
Yeah. Well, I think Canberra can.
Yep.
I don't believe in the facts are facts.
Yep.
It's never been done. I don't believe that it's going to stop them.
Well, I'm going to say this because curses were broken in the NBA this year.
Right.
because it was no team that lost by 40 in the playoffs had ever gone on to win the championship. Yep. And Oklahoma lost by 42.
Oh, there you go.
And then went on and won.
Yeah, 42.
So let's hope.
History's made to be broken.
Fingers crossed. History is made.
If we can't win, I hope the Raiders do.
Yes, correct.
Ish.
Now, let's talk about an individual performance on the weekend, because I think it was probably one of the best performances of the season by a player.
It was good.
And that was Reece Walsh.
Took the literal piss.
Now, during the week leading up to the game, Reece Walsh was on his TikTok and he said he just installed a toilet and he was drinking.
Had a little bit of a sip.
Yeah, and he said that the toilet water is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
It turns out it is.
And he then changed his Instagram account to him in Reece Plumbing shirt, and it was brilliant. And he scores a try, and he takes a cup of water, and he had spiders on him.
Oh, so good.
Mate, Melbourne had no answer for him at all on the night. At 6-4, I was sitting there thinking, yeah, you know, they're going to halftime. Fair enough, they've lost Jerome Hughes, but they get that little bit of rev up. He goes down the short side. I don't know why Pia Cora was standing on the wing, but thank God he was.
Nicely done.
And then the second half, Walsh just cuts through him and scores. And it was just the Reece Walsh show. On his day, there is no better entertainer.
No, he's so much fun. Like really.
Like Nathan Cleary is the best player in our game.
Yeah, but he's not as fun.
He
ain't out there
Nathan Cleary is methodical in the way that he goes about it. He's so consistent. Every rep is the same. Yep. Every kick is the same. Every tackle, every run.
Although he did the TikTok thing.
Yeah, fair. That was 5 years ago.
So there's something in being a fool on social media. If there was, I'd have the Nobel Peace Prize and be dating a supermodel.
Now, a club that's going from funny to funnier. Manly did a great thing this week.
They did.
They went and signed Kobe Hetherington on a 4-year deal.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I loved that. Like Kobe Hetherington looks like a 1980s player trapped.
He did, yeah.
Like just trapped in the 2025. Wears the black boots, socks up, masking tape all over him. No nonsense player. Really good bench forward. Goes and signs with Manly, and the last player they got, Ethan Bullymore, has turned out great for them.
Fantastic, yeah.
Then they top it off and they announced that Laurie Daly is coming in as a coaching advisor. Laurie Daly.
Yep. So Anthony Seibold,
who lost to a team that had Gurmat Shibasaki and Robert Toyer in the centres.
I forgot about that. No, I didn't. Not even at all. Yeah, look, I don't wish Manly anything but bad, and this is pretty bad.
Oh, is this... Like, has Laurie Daly called every club and said, bring me on as a coaching advisor, and if your coach fails, I'm your next man up? And then...
I don't know, but I do think that Anthony Seibold is in a position now where he knows he's not going to get sacked, and he's going to do everything he can to take the actual piss.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of, because there is no way you can look at Laurie Daly with any footballing knowledge or understanding, or even if you can spell the word football, which rules Manly fans out, ironically enough, and think, you know what? We need Laurie Daly.
I don't know.
Although, he does help teams in maroon win games.
Yeah, look, that's fair. I don't understand it. I know Mick Ennis is apparently stepping down, but Laurie Daly's not stepping into that role. And it's a technicality because they've said any Origin coach... Origin coach can't be involved with an NRL team. Yeah. So he's going on as an advisor.
Exactly what he's doing at this time.
My advice to Anthony Seibold is don't listen to your advisor, because you will just get worse. If it's possible for you to get worse, you will get worse. So don't listen. You know that Simpsons episode where if they ignore the monsters, they all die, and Homer just looks at one?
Yeah.
That's Anthony Seibold looking at Laurie Daly. Just ignore him. Just don't look. Just don't look. Dan.
Talk to me, Terry.
It's time for some tips. Now, between you and I last week, pick the perfect round.
Damn straight we did. You notice Needy was tip the Dragons? That was the key.
That was easy.
I'm going to tip the Dragons this week.
I'll tip the Tigers.
Sorry.
Now, the one thing that we didn't mention that I just need to going into this finals format is that week 2 and week 3 have normally seen Friday and Saturday games, but this year it's Saturday, Sunday games.
Love that. Long turnaround.
I used to like the Friday and Saturday because teams would get 9 and 8 days. Now they're only getting 8 and 7. I think the prelims both need to be played on the Saturday, just to give everyone a...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Anyway, it's never going to be perfect.
It's not.
It's never going to be perfect.
No.
Let's go straight into this. Friday night, The Melbourne Storm are hosting the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Now,
both teams coming in on terrible form.
Both teams coming in terrible. Well, yeah, both teams coming in different
It
form.
seems funny to say that when they finish second and third, right?
And it seems funny to say this. 10 weeks ago, the Dogs were runaway first.
Yeah.
No one was catching them.
What happened?
And they blew their season to pieces. Now, full disclosure, in the off-season, we're going to run down every team, what went right, what went wrong. Trust me, you'll want to tune into the Bulldogs episode.
Unless they win the title.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even still, like, you're going to have to see the turning points of the season. Was it worth it?
Right now, no, because you ask their fan base and they're turning up to get whacked in Melbourne. Look, they might be. Melbourne in Melbourne is not something you want to see the best times, let alone in finals.
They were down
we can attest to that.
They were down 20-4 the other week in Melbourne and scored 2 late tries. And again, it's one of them old adages, if there was another 5 minutes, I think that game goes to golden point.
Melbourne were not Melbourne.
They didn't have Jerome Hughes. They're still not going to have Jerome Hughes.
There was a few others.
They had some Ryan Pappenhausen magic in that game. He's not going to play.
Hey, look, the Dogs are a crack here. Let's be honest.
I don't think they are.
I'm tipping Melbourne. You can't talk me out of it.
Probably 20-14.
But a lot of people are saying this will be a flogging. I just can't see it.
I can't see Melbourne flogging any team in the comp. I can see Melbourne winning games, and I can see Melbourne winning the comp, but I don't think they're going to flog anyone.
No, that's fair. Unless it's Arsenal.
Stefano's back.
Hey, good. Big.
That's a big shout for them. So, yeah, I'm tipping the Storm as well.
Me too.
Now, in a surprising move, the Warriors are playing the Panthers at 4 o'clock on Saturday, which is 6 o'clock in New Zealand. There's a test match in the rugby kicking off at 5:30.
Oh, you got it?
I cannot believe that the Wars didn't want all eyes on them and ask for the Sunday game.
Well, I believe they did, and they were turned down because Canberra got the Sharks to the minor premiers, which I agree with. I think that if you're watching the rugby, something's wrong with you.
Scheduling-wise, either Canberra and Brisbane had to be Friday night or Saturday night.
But this goes into the rugby. Okay, there's a bit of flip over, but again, rugby sucks. We're not rugby union Outlaws.
The rugby kicks off at 5:30 their time, and then the Wars game kicks off at 6 o'clock their time.
Whatever, I don't care. Rugby sucks.
Rugby does suck.
There's an AFL game at the same time too. Let's watch that.
Yeah, fair enough. The Wars, though, I think the season's done.
They're going to get hammered, with the greatest respect to our friends across Tasman. You've had a brilliant season, and I've enjoyed you immensely. But you run into Penrith at the wrong time.
Yeah, and it sucks because Mitch Barnett was looking like one of the best front rowers in the competition, and Luke Metcalf was leading the Daly and was going to win that medal. Yeah,
at full strength. You know, Penrith haven't been Penrith this year. Thinking you're going to see him suddenly become Penrith.
Yeah, Penrith. And sorry, just on this game, Penrith went over to New Zealand when they were in bad form and turned their season around. Yeah. And they rested all their Origin players because it was in Perth. They went from Perth to New Zealand and won, so I think they're going to go.
Yeah, I think Penrith. And no surprises there.
Now, Saturday night at Shark Park, the home of boiled piss. Portaloos. Sharks are hosting the Sydney Roosters. Now, just full disclosure, Dan's going to tip the Roosters for the jinx because he tipped the Dogs last week.
Absolutely, I am.
This is the
game.
This is the game.
There's a reason the betting odds are so close in this and so whoosh good in the others.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can't tell me that the Roosters aren't heavy favourites. No matter what they say and their fans are trying to, we got to overcome the hoodoo at Shark Park and blah, blah, blah. No, shut up. You've got James Tedesco. He's going to win the Dally by like 40 points.
Yeah, you got Teddy. You got Marky Mark.
You got 7-foot wingers against me.
3-foot wingers.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah, there are some areas in the game where I think Cronulla have them, like back row.
Yeah,
we got the better front rower.
On paper, this is the game of the round, undoubtedly.
Blake Brayley's the difference between the two teams.
Yeah, big time.
He's one of the 3 form players of the competition. Yep. Blake Brayley's the difference between the two teams.
Is that why?
And he's the reason why I think Cronulla are going to win the game.
Well, I'm going to tip the Roosters because, jinx, jinx, jinx. If we're sitting here talking about a 12-point win to either team, it's not going to shock me. This is a game of the round.
And then Sunday, 4 o'clock down at the nation's capital.
Actually, this is the game of the round.
Tune in. We've had some shocking Sunday games this year.
Yeah.
Like the Tigers have been on the TV way too much. Newcastle have been on the TV way too much. I think the Titans got a 4 o'clock game, which was awful for everyone involved. And then anytime Penrith's on your TV, it's just gross.
Yeah, it's boring.
But this, Canberra, Brisbane, wow.
Sold out.
Wow. Sold out in a minute.
The best of the best, well rested. Oh, sign me up.
Wow.
I am going to say something controversial here.
Go for it.
I think Brisbane are the competition favourites right now, and I think they beat Canberra in Canberra.
Winner of this game into the grand final. We've already discussed it.
I'm tipping
because Canberra will either be in Canberra again, or Brisbane will get their game in Brisbane. Who are you tipping? You tipping Brisbane? I'll tip Canberra.
Whoever loses this game is going to have to go through Melbourne. Nobody wants that in the prelim.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I'll say this. Whoever loses has to go through Melbourne. Brisbane, knowing that they have been to, or have belted Melbourne, and Canberra, knowing that they have been to Melbourne in a prelim and won.
True. Still. It's easier to win.
This isn't the Melbourne team of old, and Jerome Hughes is not going to play another game this year.
That's true. I think Brisbane win.
This is the grand final preview.
Yeah.
They'll be back.
100% agree.
It'll be like 2015 when Brisbane and the Cowboys played in week 1.
Get it?
They'll
love it.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws. We want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Winnett Civil Grading, for sticking with us all year and through the finals.
Legend, mate. Thank you.
All our subscribers, everyone out there, we really appreciate it. Please make sure you're liking, clicking the button, and
it's been fun. We had some couple weeks off, mainly because one of us got the flu really, really bad.
Yeah, but we'll be here covering the Ashes as well, so we ain't going anywhere.
No, you can't get rid of us. So I have 2 quick announcements.
Go.
First of all is that next Wednesday night, I believe.
Yes.
You will be hosting the prestigious Tricky Teas.
I will. We will be hosting.
I'll put a link up.
Yeah, it'll be live. We want you to come in and jump in the comments. We've done this now, I think it's our 6th season?
Yep, it is. And this will be the biggest and the best.
Yeah, 2020 was the first year that we did it, where we ran it, and Toby Rudolph won the inaugural.
Yeah, which is why it's the Toby Arts.
Yeah, so we've had Toby, we've had Will Kennedy, we've had Nico, we've had Trindle.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
I think that tracks. But yeah, look forward to it. And tomorrow night I'll be calling we'll be tomorrow night?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be calling our loss to the Roosters in the girls' game. So check out Sam Wobbling Sports.
Tomorrow night? Wednesday?
Well, today's Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, but we would record on Tuesday.
Fair play.
Way to kill the thing, Terry!